Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, I should say, to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, while I quickly fix my sounds. Why is there no sound? Wait a minute. There, I believe we had audio now. Hooray! I'm kind of curious though. I didn't hear anything myself. Why not? Just quickly checking. Oh, yeah, no. We had sound. Just quickly clicked a random video there, just to see, like, okay, right. I suppose it's working. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts German campaign, where I want to build a ship. It's as simple as that. I just want to build something. And I'm looking... Well, first things first, I'm looking at this hybrid battleship. I wonder, can we do anything funky with it? Considering it is a German ship, probably not. Okay, let's go with the compact secondary tower. Funnel in. Gear turbines actually do the job right now, but we're only doing 30 knots. Even that battleship is going faster. I would like to go 38 knots, and no questions asked. Even with forced boilers, we aren't gonna make it, Sarge. Okay. 37 knots. Okay, that works in terms of engine efficiency. It's not the greatest, sure. But it will get the job done. Let's get a radar installed. No need for RDF. Although, well, yeah, I would love RDFs as well, but looking at the costs that we're having already, I'm a bit worried. Let's unarmor her in the hopes of getting some sort of guns installed. Now let's see, 18 inches Mark 1, 17 Mark 1, 16 Mark 3. I mean... if we could get this set up already, I mean, yeah, I'd sign up to that. Let's be honest, that is gonna be tricky because, well, mostly because of the speed. Let's drop down to 35 knots. A bit sad, but that would allow me to get this set up in terms of main armaments. And I do like that. However, I want to see what we can do with you. Okay. That is not a lot of room there. That is a giant-ass citadel now, but... but... Can we do it? Oh, yes, we can. We can add a third... well, a fifth turret in here. 5 16-inch guns. I mean... that would be fun. But no. However, if I add you... that gives me room to add secondary guns still. Okay, well, this is going to be an interesting one. Interesting gal, I'd say. That is plenty of quadruple 5-inch firepower. Adding some dual 5-inchers as well. Okay, you know what? Let's get rid of the quadruple ones. Replace them with dual ones. I like the 5-inch guns. They're nice. Let's turn them into 5.5ers. I mean, decent enough range, I'd say. There we go, the guns fit again. We have a slight weight issue again. Not to mention I don't have barbettes, and I have the feeling flash fire chance 7%. That's not bad. It's not quite what I want. I mean, the easy solution here minimum range. That's still fairly long range. But we almost double it like this. Let's increase you to 50,000 tons. Okay. Now, I'm very happy, and then I looked at the 4 weight offset and I was like, oh crap. Because it's gonna be bloody impossible to balance that out. Let's drop some auxiliary engine a bit. I'll go to 8, 6, 8. We should be able to balance you out, okay. In fact, we actually have a fairly large, no, not that large. Seriously? Okay, well, engine 3 it is then. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but still a bit of a 4 weight offset now. Let's increase the belts. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Something completely different. My new Van der Taan class battle cruiser. With 35 knots. Let's see, Bastarda is doing 24. Princess Wilhelm is doing 35. So, hey, that's not bad. Safe design. Oh god, what a monstrosity. Talking about monstrosities, I want to design another monstrosity because, you know, reasons. And I am thinking... another light cruiser? I mean, what light cruiser? Come on, that's an older one. Yeah, we have Ostfriesland, of course, is a fairly new one. Main guns. I would like a 7-inch light cruiser. That would be nice, I think. Let's make you as big as possible. 38 knots. Can we add a... Ooh. Somehow we can add 2 funnels like this. I mean... Yeah, don't ask me how. Secondary tower on there. That looks retarded, but fine. Ooh, with a diesel engine we could get rid of a funnel, but I do like the dual funnel setup actually. But a 200 engine efficiency means... No, we can't do 40 knots. .38 knots. It would be fun, but, you know, looking at the weights... I feel like we're in a bit of a pickle. Because I still need to handle all my guns. So I'm afraid, yeah, we have to get rid of one of the funnels. If I move this funnel a bit further like that, it looks a bit better. Not much, but a bit. Bitsy, itsy bitsy. And we could add a torpedo launcher here that will cover somewhat this retarded design. Didn't really want to add torpedoes though. Still gonna... Yeah, they don't fit there anymore, do they? They will fit like that. Am I gonna add 5 torpedoes? I mean, it's nice to have some torpedoes on your ship, right? Yeah. Let's just design it. See what we can do. After that, we'll figure out what's actually possible. I know I want quadruple here. Quadruple, triple. Quadruple, triple. Triple, triple. Okay. Okay, in terms of guns, this is pretty much what I want. So 8 turrets. Wait, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 turrets. Am I going 2 quadruples? I mean... Yeah. But then again, if I know I'm not gonna be able to afford it weight-wise, so I might as well drop you down to triple straight away. Okay. We're 3,000 tons overweight. And that is a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot. Okay, the torpedoes will have to go. Need that. Not touching any of that. Let's drop the range down. Let's drop the speed down. If I drop the speed down, it's actually doable. Holy. Alright. 35 knots, so equal speed to the battle cruisers. Gonna get rid of you. Move you there. Move the funnel over there. So we can hide the main superstructure over there. Then we can move these 3 guns. But I did lose 2 guns, right? I did lose 2 guns, okay. However, since we have some room now, go quadruples. I mean, that looks pretty powerful, really. Also, what are those slots? I do not know. Okay, they don't fit there, that's fine. Okay, look at that. Now, we could add some underwater launchers. Might as well, right? I got the room. Well, do I have the room? I don't know. Auxiliary 2, shaft 2, electric 2. We get a rangefinder, we get mines. Let's get anti-torpedo. Well, we don't have mines. Now we do. We got sonar 3. Let's reduce torpedo ammo. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Die Strasbourg. What a monster, ladies and gentlemen. What a monster. I like it. Such a shame I can't put a gun on top of there. That would be a torpedo on top of here. That would be fun. Ooh, that's too much. Okay. Okay, I think we have ourselves our cruiser. Not gonna build a lot of them, let's be honest, but, you know, a squadron, maybe 2 of them would be kind of fun. Let's build one more. I'm in the mood for building, folks. I'm in the mood for building. Well, at least designing. Always a fan of these cruisers here. Not necessarily a fan of these, but what is the difference here? 80 stability, 89, 100 floatability, 75. Okay, floatability is a lot better on the Cruiser 3. Yeah. It's mostly the floatability. What can we do on this hull, though? Kind of boring main towers. Boring. Holy. That's a long one. Long secondaries. Well, secondary towers. Do I want to go with a classical German heavy cruiser? No. No. Not in the mood for that hull. I mean, then I might as well build a super battleship instead. Because we don't have any yet. But do we need any? That is the question. Because, you know, if I'm gonna say, screw it, let's use this one. Main guns, centerline guns, congratulations. I'll go to the triple 16-inchers. Hello, von der Tann. So yeah, I'm not gonna build the super battleships. I don't see the point. Well, they're, of course they have some advantages, of course, but hell no. When I want to go creative, late game Germany, I think this is the way to go. 2200, 33 knots. Because I can go this tower, I can go that tower. Options, 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 folks. Radar, rangefinder, anti-flood, and I do want a citadel on this ship, no matter what. Let's get the gear turbines in, auxiliary 2, shaft 2, electric 2, full oil, anti-torp 2, good sonar please, good depth charges. Okay. That funnel doesn't fit. That funnel probably doesn't fit either, but this one should fit. Okay, that is good. That is good. Now, I want a secondary barbette on you. For the 5-inch gun battery on this ship. We can only go up to 11 inchers here. Oh, you know what? Let's. 2 11-inch turrets, each quadruple setup. And that, she is somewhat similar in that regard to... Yeah, Tirpitz here has 4 11-inch guns. Wait, I did not save her. Yeah. She has some similarities here to this ship right now. Do I mind that? Well, she has some similarities, but also quite a few changes, I think. Okay, the changes are good enough. What I have in mind, anyway. Turret over there. No, let's keep you like that. Okay. I am gonna add some torpedoes to this ship. .23-inch oxygen, increased torpedo loadout, and some autoloaders as well, because why not? Okay, that is 20 torpedoes. That is 20 torpedoes to each side. Each torpedo can shoot 22 kilometers. Hello. Okay. Let's see, I get 200 tons remaining. Let's get some anti-aircraft guns installed, please. There's nothing wrong with having anti-aircraft guns on your ship, after all. Okay. aft weight offset currently. Okay, look at that. Max out the Citadel? Well, almost. There. So she's fast, 33 knots, can fire a shit ton of torpedoes, has 11-inch guns to protect herself. Sure, why not? Die Roon, die Strasbourg, and die Von der Tann. These 3 ships will need to be built. I mean, what's the point of designing them if I don't build them, right? 50,000 tons. Whew. Yikes. $99. Barely doable. Right? Right. So, the world. Not much has changed really in the world. I'm trying desperately to increase tension with other nations since last episode, but they just refuse to accept a bloody war with me. At this point, I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm going to destroy Italy because at least that's working. We are currently building 4 battleships. 1 battlecruiser, 5 heavies, and of course now 6 lights. And yeah, Korea is attacking the USA. Nice. How close are those ships? Let's take a look at the construction. 3 heavies are being commissioned. 2 are being refitted. Let's go to the construction tab. 2 destroyers for Canada. 9 months for the heavies, 23 months for the 16-inch battleships that we built last episode. And then, of course, only 20 months for the Von der Tann. Hey, that's not bad. And 12 months for these light cruisers. Light cruisers that actually will be given ports. Emden and Kiel. Yeah, I want them in Europe. I want to reinforce Europe, to be honest. And as such, the campaign continues. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at war with Italy. So, southern Algeria has been taken. In fact, I think the Italians are dead. They will be dead next turn. Also, I'm being attacked by... Okay, interesting. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, I think I declared war, but they got no more ports remaining, so... Okay, GG. Is there anyone else who really dislikes me? Let's focus on the USSR then. As we enjoy the destruction of Italy, yeah. Oof. They're gone. Italian submarines are being scrapped. Super torpedo protection. What? Okay. I guess that is useful. Soviet Union is trying to take Portugal. Let's see, France took... Jeez. Oh, poor Italians. Poor Italians. Oh, brilliant. Plus 99, plus 99. Brits, you don't like me. Good. Let's boost that. Also, we're back up to plus 99 million. Advanced hulls, improved torpedo propulsion. I don't mind that. Nope. No luck there. USA really likes me again. Let's just focus on the Soviet Union and Great Britain, I suppose. I guess. Let's move some ships into the North Sea. Let's see if that will help. Get a bit of tension going. If that works, we'll move in more ships and more ships and more ships until we drown out to sea. Not sure how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna try it anyway. No. Then again, next time, an alliance with Spain might help in getting the relations with the other people down. Yeah, let's do that next time. Okay. In the meanwhile, 3 months for the heavy cruisers. Excellent. They're all Prince Eugen's. And the Prince Eugen, a 1928 design heavy cruiser. Fairly, yeah, it's my main heavy cruiser essentially. However, it's a 1928 design. Once these ships are done, I'm gonna do an upgrade for them, I think. Yeah, we're gonna phase out the new construction. Batavia is a bit overflowing currently though, so I'm going to move some ships to Qingdao. Huawei is also over capacity. So let's move some ships away from there as well. Okay. I see minefields. US, are you at war with someone? Oh yeah, with the Soviet Union. Okay, yeah, fair. The Russians, of course, have one port here. Fun fact, though, the Canadian fleet, ladies and gentlemen, is on the move. And they are protecting Alaska from hostile creatures. Yeah. Once these ships are off the line, I'm gonna build some extra light cruisers, and you know what, let's just do it. Let's see if an alliance with one nation can get me into a war with another nation. Ooh. Also, we had new guns. And new armor, right? Let's see, what is the weakest design that we have here? The oldest design, I should say. The Prince Eugen's, 28. And of course the destroyers. But we're not building Prince Eugen's anymore, so let's take a look and upgrade them. Oh yes. Classical German. Refit. Upgrade time? 2 months. Mark 5 9-inch guns. Ooh, that is strong. Better crop. Better oil. Let's increase to 33 knots. Excellent. Can we get that radar installed still? No. we do need that radar. Okay, 32 knots then. Okay. No. No. Okay. Save design. With only 2 months refit time, that's not bad. Not bad whatsoever. And Mark V guns, they are going to hurt if we ever get into a war. If being the key word. That's not even that much tonnage. Refit 2. Barely within capacity. Good. And the end turning continues. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but we are at war with Russia. It's better than nothing. And some of my fleets are being deployed to deal with said Russians. Of course, just so you know, Soviet Union has 2 ports. 2 in the entire world. It's gonna take me more time to find them than to take them. There are no ports here. None here. None here. There is 1 port here. I'm sending a fleet already over. But they must have a colony somewhere, right? Yeah, that's not Russian. A little island they stole somewhere, but okay, well, let's just focus on taking this position first, and then we'll see. The Russians have some ships in the area, not a lot, so I'm not sending my entire fleet out, just 2 smaller ones. Um, 50, 60, 70, nope. Nope. Ottoman Empire is attacking me. Huh. That's not nice. My debt? Bloody hell. Alright. Target located. Sending a fleet. Ooh. Oh no, it's just a single cruiser. Never mind. Also, I want 1 battleship with said fleet. Thank you, Munchlies. The fleet in Asia has not arrived yet. Okay. I had expected this fleet to maybe arrive there already, but hey, apparently not. Spain doesn't want an alliance. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that one manually. Nope. Can't do a naval invasion yet. What is that, folks? Alright, this invasion is succeeding. You would think I have enough firepower here to level that, but apparently not. Not to mention they got 3 battleships there. I'm taking a bloody risk. I mean, sure, there were 3 battleships of mine coming in, but that's Ignite now. But we also have a Turpid with us. It's so it's essentially only 2 battleships that I bring. this military conflict. The Ottomans are really eager to take Constantinople back from Greece, which is cool. They're also attacking me. That is less cool. Norway, yes. Although, damn it, just over capacity. Suspend construction on the Große Kurfürst. Eastern Siberia, naval invasion is a go, ladies and gentlemen. Forward next turn will succeed. This naval invasion will succeed, but I'm sure the Russian fleet will sally out. They gotta sally out, right? A meeting. And a battle. Come on, Russia, show me what you got. Send out those lovely battleships of yours. But a cruiser engagement, why not, ladies and gentlemen, why not? It's not the engagement I hoped for, but let's be honest. The Russians don't have a lot of ships either way. And oddly enough, that light cruiser may be good enough to defeat my cruisers, I don't know. Contacts established. That is long distance, huh? These must have radars. Yep, Generation 1 radar. And we are engaging, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately scoring some good hits. Tighten up the formation. Fire an armor-piercing salvo, see what that does. Within torpedo range, and our torpedoes, of course, these are only 14-kilometer range torpedoes. I mean, yes, we could fire them, not going to. Talking about shooting guns and all that, let's pause the game for a second. Holy shit, this is a pre-Dreadnought hull. May have something to do with the fact that I own Russia, that they don't have any research anymore, but actual explosives. Just single 5-inch guns. Wow. Within torpedo range. But we're also very close, so rounds do some damage. Her torpedoes have been destroyed. Close in. But frankly, I'm not afraid of those 5-inch guns. Either 5-inch Mark IIIs. We're using 6.6 inchers, 4s, and a lot more. And there we go. Light cruiser dealt with. Ooh, she hit me once. Yeah, dream on with that one. As Madeira has been taken, ladies and gentlemen. The poor, poor Russians lost yet another port to the Germans. Let's remove that fleet. This naval invasion is looking good. 2 out of 3. We may be seeing the end of Russia next turn, which would be cool. That would mean Spain, Italy, and now Russia out of order. We're gonna fight to the end, mate. I mean, you didn't even fight. Eastern Siberia has been taken, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. The Soviet Union has no more ports, no more active ships. Another nation gone. Look at those lovely light blue lands. Independence. That's what we want to see. A independent Siberia, a independent Kazakhstan and Mongolia. Isn't it beautiful? Also, Greece just lost Constantinople. Huh, cool. The Ottomans are on the rise once more. Ooh, rangefinders coming up. That is Generation 2 radar. I just finished upgrading my ships to Radar 1. Don't do this to me. This might be too much. Yeah. But that repair will be done soon. Ooh, Van der Tan is being commissioned. Already. She had a fairly small build time, of course, so yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice indeed. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. Oh, look at that. Whoa, are all my battleships done? Yes, they are. Good. Prince Huygens. Get Generation 1 radars. But sir, we have Generation 2 radars now. Yes, I know. Also, Prince Eugen. Apparently one of them is at sea. Together with this Arminius here. Yeah, all ships return to a port. Because we have to start upgrading again. What use is Generation 1 radar when you can have Generation 2 radars, right? Okay. Yeah, we still have some capacity. Maybe it's time to start looking at the destroyers, actually. Yeah, let's do that before ending the episode. Let's take a look at these destroyers and get them up to speed again. Because honestly, they're old. Okay, that's 10 torpedoes. Damn. Seriously? It really does not help much, does it? This would help a lot. In fact, it helps so much that I'm gonna redo the funnels. Move you a bit closer. And add another 5 torpedoes to the ship. Okay, what is next? Anti-flood 3 is still good. Let's switch to heavy shells. Generation 2 radar, please. Okay. Is there any way we can balance you out a bit better? Probably. Move you. Although maybe not as much as I would have expected. Still, we're slightly over capacity, 7 tons. Right, let's do that. And balanced out. So 15 torpedoes now. Let's switch them to oxygen torpedoes, my favorite torpedo, giving me torpedo range of 22 kilometers on these ships. In short, they're usable again. Not to mention Generation 2 radars will be very helpful indeed. And that was the V81, so let's immediately drop to the V18. You have 8 torpedoes currently. And a nice gun layout. So that's 2 extra torpedoes. Must be you, right? Yeah. Okay. Generation 2 radar, please. Rangefinder is good. drop the mine layer a bit and drop the depth charges a bit. I'm willing to take that risk. Although, hold on, we can get oil 3. Nice. Okay. We lost 2 guns though. Only 1.1 inch guns, but still. Let's get them back up there. Ooh. Geared turbines 2. Oh, hell, what a 4 weight offset, though. Let's get rid of those guns again. Would be nice, but not doable. No. No, 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 no. Especially since the weight offset is already... pardon me. Here, you really can't go any further than that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, sorry. Need slightly armored up. Since this is more of a gunboat, what I could do is remove the torpedoes. Getting the guns up here. Now I have an aft weight offset, but that is fixable. And we still have 5 torpedoes. That's on its own not great, but I usually use my destroyers in groups. And then it is usable, right? Let's get a triple hull in just because we can. Safe design. So we lost 3 torpedoes and 2 1-inch guns on either side. In exchange for radar, in exchange for some very, very useful stuff all round. Proceeding. There are still some older ones. Okay, that is fine. Yeah. A lot of battleships coming off the line. Not to mention my heavy cruisers will come off the line soon as well, and I think... Nope. Colossal Gullfoss is still unable to build. Everybody likes me. You have so much naval funds. Why are you not... If I was Spain right now, I would invest in light cruisers, I think. It would be fun, wouldn't it? Just, you know, change the game files, and start playing as Spain right now. Like, okay, we got 2 ports. Good luck. If the diplomacy was better, then yeah, I totally would have tried that. Yeah, I totally would have tried that. That would have been hilarious. Oh, look at that. Fleet design. New group of destroyers came in. Still have a couple. However, the V18, can we still build you actually? Yeah, we can. Delete the old V18 design. We have no further need of it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to the episode. Yeah. Russia is gone, Italy is gone. The balance of power overall has not really changed much. Next time, hopefully, things will be different. A bit of a slower episode here, really. Long episode, not a lot of fighting. I'm gonna do a time skip for next episode. Hopefully I can get some kind of war going. If not, then I thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you next time in whatever campaign will come then. But let's hope for the best and not for the worst, right? Right. Take care, folks.